What the heck?
Hello? Hello?
What the heck?
No.
Why
I
did you...
get
Nobody's
food
talking.
stuck in my teeth.
Nobody's talking to you. Why did you change the picture?
Oh, it's the bird.
It's a bird with like a big old little thing of poop in his hands. What?
It's a pretzel that looks like a cigar. Wait, I can still hear it ringing again. I don't do this every time.
I think you're having a psychotic breakdown.
Yeah. Are you hearing
It's
things?
just ringing?
No.
Do you have tinnitus?
Oh my gosh. Skype.
I'm stealing.
What the
I'm
hell?
stealing.
Okay,
You can
it stopped.
still hear it ring. Oh, okay.
It stopped.
Yeah. It's because you changed your Abby.
Maybe so.
Is
You don't
your
like
bird-
the bird? No?
Well, it looked like he went to like a pizza place or something and ordered the garlic sticks.
He's just looking at y'all, eating this pretzel.
Yeah, it's kind of freaky. I'm kind of freaking out right now.
Really? You don't like it?
I like it, but I'm still kind of freaked out.
He's
I
just
can like
chill-
something and be freaked out at the same time.
Yeah,
Okay.
Anyway, all right. So should we record?
Yeah, I guess so. That's what we're here for.
I guess.
I've only been sitting here like 3 hours
Yeah. Well.
drinking.
Yeah. Well, maybe you should read your DMs and figure out when we reschedule. One of those fiscal everybody's SooperPodcast number 206.
To what?
I don't know. And today we have the bird. Say hello to the bird.
Hi.
D's a bird.
And we have Matt Dawson. Say hello, Matt.
Hey.
Now, the bird, we're glad to have you on because unfortunately we had to suspend your owner, your human being, Hapax legomenon, for recommending that Mexicans, full-blooded Mexicans and quarter-blooded Mexicans, let me quote her exactly here, shove a crack pipe in their taco hole.
Wait,
Now,
no. How
you
it
have,
started is you suggested that the quarter Mexican used a crack pipe, and so I told just one Mexican, you, to stuff a crack pipe in your taco hole.
This is not true. If you look
That's
through the
exactly
DMs,
how it happened.
if you
Exactly.
don't make me
Exactly.
post screenshots.
I'll do
of
it right
the DMs.
now.
I say, is he addicted to crack? Is that what's going on? And you say he's not addicted, which means he's just experimenting, and you were making excuses for his
Lies!
for his taco hole crack pipe addiction. That is shameful. Anyway,
You're shameful.
well, no one's doubting that.
I'll take 2 cracks, please. That's what I tell my dealer when I go with the van.
That's good. I like it. So what's
Yeah.
going on, people?
Oh, nothing. Just drove fucking I-10 all day today, and now I'm home, and I hate that interstate.
Did you know that goes all the way to California? Now you do.
I do now,
Yeah.
thanks
Does
to
it really?
yeah, from Jacksonville, Florida to Santa Monica, California.
Oh wait, I have that recorded, that conversation previously here. Let me play
Yeah.
that for you. Beep. I hate that stupid highway. It doesn't go anywhere. It just goes to El Paso, Texas.
Who said that?
What are you talking about, sir? I do believe
Who
it goes
said-
all the
I
way
don't-
to California.
that doesn't sound like
What? I
me.
didn't know that. That's crazy. It goes all the way to California.
Wait, did that happen on one of our podcasts?
We were chatting before you came on. Since you.
How did who said that? That doesn't sound like me at all.
That was you. That was you and Charlie. In my head, you sound like Charlie.
They
from...
do sound exactly the same when you're pretending to be Matt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I got my rat killing bat and my kitten mittens.
Kitten mittens. You'll be smitten. Anyway.
I just want you to know how many people really think that I meant that Mexicans should stick a crack pipe in their taco hole. All of your followers think that you really suspended me over that.
Oh yeah, you're right. Let's see.
Okay, let's look at some of my favorite ones.
So you're voting for Trump? Is that another new thing? I'm gonna build a wall. I'm gonna stick crack pipes up all the Mexicans' asses.
Not yet. No.
Not yet. So
Okay, let's see. He says he suspended me for telling full-blooded and quarter Mexicans to put crack pipes in their taco holes. And this first comment is, as she should be, and from all polite society.
Yeah, he's right. That sock puppet account is right.
That's you, isn't it?
No, it's not me. It's probably Trump.
It's an alt-right anti-cook account.
Anti-Charles C.W. Cook account. Is that what's going on?
Oh, did he get sued yet or what?
What? What are you talking about?
Huh?
Remember he got
C.W. Cook is the.
Oh wait, I'm thinking
review.
of Johnson. I
Yeah.
get Charles Johnson on the brain.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yes, Charles Johnson on the roof.
So I don't know much about the news, so I might have to wing it.
What a
Like
bang
a
up!
new
What a bang up
episode.
start to the podcast. This is
Yeah.
fantastic. Boy, everyone's learning a lot today. Well, we might as well do the what's annoying me this week on Twitter.
Okay,
do
yay!
Do the jingle. Go ahead.
I don't remember how it went.
damn it.
Come on.
Yeah.
What's annoying Soup on Twitter? What's annoying him on Twitter? What's that thing that's annoying him on Twitter? Let's find out right now. Sha-na-na-na. I don't remember. Is that how I said it last time? I don't really. We'll just do it different
not at
every
all.
time.
Yeah, let's just. Yeah, that's fine. I forgot what annoyed me on Twitter. No, let's see. I wasn't really on Twitter, so I guess it's not really fair. But anyway, so what annoyed me this week is who said it? There were a bunch of people. Oh, there's all these candlelight vigils and stuff for the victims of Orlando, right? Which is, I mean, it's a terrible, terrible tragedy and an awful terrorist attack. I'm not taking anything away from that. But these people, like, they say these stupid things and they really annoy me. I know they're just saying it to sound hopeful and all that kind of crap, but they're like, love always wins. And I'm like, don't give me that crap. Like, 50 people were just shot and killed by a terrorist. Like, clearly sometimes hate wins.
Right.
I mean, and the thing is, I can say that because I have a belief system that tells me that's the case. So Christians can say, we believe that eventually God works all things for the good, and that, yes, love wins because God is love himself, right?
Right.
But if you don't believe that, then you're just mouthing mindless inanities to make yourself feel better. If you don't believe any higher power, if you just believe, I mean, this is what bothers me is I see atheists and liberals say this, and I'm like, look, if you literally believe that we're just like mindless automatons and just accidental, structures that move around because of random energy and chemical processes, then not only do you not believe in love, but you certainly don't believe that love can win, because what the hell does that mean? Like, we're all gonna die, head towards oblivion, and then the sun is gonna blot out the earth one day. Like, love will not win. Nothingness will win unless you believe in something higher.
But it's like they'll say hate, and they also say hate will never win. That's what I heard on the Tony Awards. Like,
that's what I was thinking of.
The
That's what I was
muskets
thinking
and stuff.
Yeah.
From a play, and it's like they think these platitudes and these hashtags and the lighting up of the city halls in places like Houston in rainbow colors and flying flags of rainbow flags at half-staff or changing your Abbey is going to change one person's mind that has it in their head, whether they be psychologically unstable or they be religiously motivated to go out and kill someone just because they disagree with them. That's not going to happen. The hate will win. Hate has won several times. Hate has killed hundreds of millions of people just in the last century. So, yeah, the whole reason that we had the fall of humanity is hate. So, it just makes them feel better. It gives them something to latch on to them to say, I did something good today. Let me just punch myself on the arm, pat myself on the shoulder. I'm just such a great guy. I did something and you didn't. I drive a Prius and you don't.
Right.
I voted for Clinton and you like Trump.
Wow, that was good, man. That was good little rant there. Yeah, and I understand the motivation behind it, because everyone wants to have a sense of community, and those kinds of things, they do make people feel better, and that's fine. And we do kind of need that every now and then. I mean, church is kind of like that, right? Yeah. But the problem is you have to actually want to do something to solve the problem, and unfortunately what these people want to do is they want to take away our guns.
Right.
And they're just mindless expressions of of their inability to grasp that evil exists, and evil things are always going to happen. The underlying stupidity is that we can make the world a perfect place where bad things never happen, and we can't. There's always going to be evil people.
But they don't even want to address what the evil is. They just want to go right for removing the rights from everybody
let me tell you
else.
what group of people probably killed more people than any other force on Earth ever, and it was the Mongols. And they didn't have one rifle, one AR-15, one Glock. They didn't have anything like that. They just had bows and arrows and swords. And a bunch of guys on horses. So it doesn't have anything to do with guns.
Yeah, I think that's right. So I just saw that and I thought it's just so weird to see people say things that they clearly don't believe. They're just saying them because it makes them feel better.
Hey, can I ask y'all something?
Oh, I hate when you do that, but all right.
Are we recording?
Oh, were we supposed to record? Wow.
Yeah, he updated his thing.
Just wanted to have a conversation with my friends, but I guess since you're here too, we're going to have to record and post
Thanks a lot. I'm just asking.
Yeah, it's the recording. If you had listened to the last podcast while we were recording it, or maybe even after I'd posted it, you would realize that I told Matt Dawson that all I had to do was update the software and everything.
You know what? Now. You said that 6 months ago.
That's what I told him.
That's why they're called updates.
But
I mean, how am I supposed to know that you actually updated it when you've been telling us for 6 months?
Apex, I don't know if you know this, but occasionally software needs more than one update. For those of us who have.
Wait, so what you're saying is you just didn't update it?
I did, and it fixed itself, and then there was another update that it needed.
Yeah.
So we recorded in 10-minute increments for 3 months.
Remember about 4 or 5 years ago?
One time I did it just for fun.
They asked the CEO for Apple was there, and John McCain asked him, "What are you going to do about all these updates? Can you stop having updates? I'm just tired of having to update." And that's how we improve, Senator McCain. I don't know. I like my phones not to be updated.
Oh, jeez. He also likes his black presidents that aren't directly responsible for the Orlando attacks.
Oh, that happened today. What was that? Did he say that Orlando was Obama's fault?
So can you? Do you want?
Can I say something slightly? I don't even care. It's homophobic. I think it's funny. Okay, they really had to have the largest mass shooting of gay people in the gayest sounding city in America. I mean, Orlando. Hey, have you seen Orlando? I don't know. He's with Devontae tonight. I mean,
wow, you're a terrible person.
Well, I mean, if it was in Austin, it'd be like, oh, there's a gay club in Austin. But it's like Orlando, and it's a gay club. Am I the only one that noticed that?
Yes.
Yeah.
And what the fuck, Florida? Then the kid gets eaten by an alligator the
Oh
next
yeah.
day.
I don't know what Orlando did to
And
piss
that
off.
singer got shot.
Yeah,
Also
to piss,
in
to
Orlando.
piss
Yeah, what
off
the
God,
hell?
but wow,
I think-
there must
okay,
be some
I
major
think-
satanic activity going on
Yeah.
there because
Well,
God is not happy.
Jessica lives in the neighboring state.
Oh, what do you know about
I've got-
that,
It
Jessica?
wasn't my fault.
You and your
clearly.
Santeria and your crack pipe smoking.
I think that Georgia has some kind of magnetic pull and is causing the Floridians to go crazy.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
It's
Maybe
always something else's fault.
Yeah, that's weird.
I mean,
Yeah, I'd stay the hell out of Orlando, people.
just don't go to
There's
Florida.
Bad stuff going on there.
I mean, look, you got, and now there's a senator that wants to run for Senate again. I mean, it's like crazy. That is scary.
Oh, you mean the Trump booster?
Yeah, it's like there's this
Yeah.
robot. Yeah, it's like this robot guy that like
Maybe
He-
he needs an update.
he needs an update, and he's like, I think I want to run for Senate again. I was like, oh man, it's like.
Yeah. Well, I think it's because Trump, his gimp master, told him to. He said I'm too thirsty. I'm not gonna run for Senate anymore. And then Trump goes, no, you should run for Senate. And he says, okay,
Dad.
okay, Pappy.
God. And Trump's numbers keep dropping. It's hilarious to watch this. It's like
Yeah, it's let's see there. It's on the average. The RCP average. He's down 6 points, and he's lost like 11 of the last 13 polls or something like that. So yeah, it's. I mean, it's one you can say this is an outlier, that's an outlier, but when you're down on average 6 points, that's a lot.
Yeah.
We posted a poll from I forget where, but they point out specifically that people did not appreciate his comments about that Mexican judge from Mexico, Indiana, Mexico.
Indiana, Mexico.
That's right.
Is
Curio.
Pawnee, is that in Pawnee, Mexico?
Pawnee, Mexico. That's right.
Mhm.
So yeah. But it's crazy. I mean, I want to do this post. If you guys want to send me tweets, I don't mean you guys because you guys are worthless whenever I ask you to do anything anymore. But I mean the listeners. If they want to send me tweets, go look for Trump people who are saying what we said in 2012, that all the polls are skewed. It's really hilarious. They're just like, well, everybody knows that after the primaries they start fixing the polls. Like, really, everybody knows this? Wow, I didn't realize this. So yeah, this is heading toward a spectacular resolution here. Because I mean, the people, like these Trump people, they're not going to accept anything. If he loses by a huge margin, they're not going to believe it. They're just going to believe the conspiracy theories because they all read Breitbart and Gateway Pundit. So
Yeah.
they're going to believe that that Obama bust in a bunch of what are they called? People from African countries to put in illegal votes and get Hillary in there. So
Yeah.
yeah, they're gonna torch this place. America's gonna collapse. One fiery civil war. It'll be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, cool.
Be awesome.
Hey, so if those 100 people, how the hell did 100 people get shot? By the way, but if they would have listened to this podcast, they would have known what to do during an active shooter.
Yeah, I should cut that segment out and just put it out there because it was actually really good. All that stuff I went
was.
through. Yeah,
And I'm just gonna say another thing that's gonna sound bad, but I don't think this would happen in a lesbian club.
Oh no.
God.
I mean, come on, they all wear belt buckle and they're like, hey, what the fuck, man? I got a concealed carry. Shit. Let me get
Oh
my
my
semi.
God.
Look at my duty.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Come on. I mean, come on. Y'all are all thinking the same thing. That would not happen in a lesbian club.
No,
Matt
we don't.
says
Nobody,
all the
nobody
things that
thinks.
people think way in the back,
I
far
I
reaches
think-
of their mind.
Yeah, I think only
I
when
mean,
I'm
you-
ridiculously
every-
drunk does my mind come up with the things that Matt says on a regular basis.
I mean, I'm just imagining the pandemonium. It's a very sad situation. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're a terrible person.
But, I mean, 100 people got shot. That means there were at least 150, 200 people in there. Nobody could do shit.
There's 300 people. Yeah.
There were 300 people in there,
Yeah,
and nobody
yeah.
Oh, my God!
Yeah, it's weird. The one guy that they talk about being a hero, he was a Hindu, Marine, clearly a gay guy, and he ran away with everybody else. And look, I don't blame you. I mean, like,
Don't
have
run away.
Have you
need
heard?
to run out of the building? Yes,
Right,
but
right.
Where did they go?
But when you're
they
stuck,
just ran around.
Yeah, well, they got There, I mean, there's a lot of different rooms, and they got stuck in a lot of them. But here's the deal: they get away, and there's a door, but everybody's hiding, and they're too afraid to go open the door, and so he says, "Well, I'm gonna go open the door." So he goes and opens the door, and they escape, and they're calling him a hero for this, and I'm like, well, you did what you clearly should have done anyway. I mean,
Right.
Well,
it's just not as inspiring a story as the other heroic
Right.
stories that we hear.
telling
But
you.
look, if you listen to the video, it's horrifying when you hear the sounds of those gunshots. I mean, it would be terrifying to be at the receiving end of those things. So I'm not
Yeah.
acting like I would be any better. I'm just saying it is surprising to me how no one rushed him, nobody did anything. He was there for 3 hours. 3 hours.
I
He
can't
made,
believe
like,
more
Good
stories haven't
Lord.
come out of those 3 hours.
Wait, he was shooting for 3 hours?
No. What he
No.
did is he went in there, shot up the place. Everyone, scattered. A lot of them escaped. A lot of them died. And then it sounds like he just walked around looking for people to kill. And it's unclear whether he found any and killed them, but he must have, because people talk about talking to him.
I thought he was
specifically-
trapped in that bathroom with a bunch of them for a good portion of that time.
Right. There's an account where one person says that he was talking to everybody, and they this is so weird. They were there, and he was there, and they were talking to him, but he couldn't see them, and so he said, "Are any of you black?" And a bunch of them were scared, but somebody finally said, "Yes, we're black." And he says, "I don't have any beef with you guys."
What a weird.
It's just, like, it's really
Weird.
odd. But he was doing this for 3 hours. He made something like 18 different phone calls, one of which was to the
Okay, where were the
police.
fucking cops?
They were well,
Outside?
it took them a long time to get there, first of all, and then they were
And
trying
that
to
must-
figure
that-
out what to do.
Okay, cops are supposed. They've changed the thing where they're not supposed to
Yeah.
wait for
Yeah.
they're supposed to rush in and they go straight in. So what happened there?
Some of the hostages told him that he was wearing a bomb on his
Oh
vest.
my god.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
all
then-
I'm saying is that if Katie Lang or Melissa Etheridge or the Indigo Girls were playing in that bar, and there were a bunch of butch, and they were wearing dickies and stuff, this wouldn't happen.
Would have been different.
Just saying.
So he
Just
makes a bunch
saying.
of calls. One of them is to a local TV news TV station, and he asks them if they're covering the shooting, and then he tells them that he did it for ISIS and blah blah blah. He calls the police, tells them the same thing. There's just like Hapax or whatever her name is said. There was a report that he had a bomb strapped to himself, but then after 3 hours, they hear from somebody that he has a bunch of different suicide vests, and he's going to start putting them on the hostages and then detonate them all and blow up the entire thing. It doesn't seem like that's true. It seems like
Right.
he either made it up or whatever, because I don't think they found anything like that. But that's when they finally stormed in, and the way they did it is they had to knock out a air conditioning, a unit, and then go through the wall there. There are these really weird accounts that sound like the hostages tried to escape when they blew the hole through the wall, and the cops might have shot some of the hostages.
Oh,
So it's
jeez.
really bad. Yeah. But that
Holy
makes a lot of
crap.
sense. Now let me tell you the conspiracy theories. These are great. So clearly it's a false flag, because false flags are there's always a false flag.
Yeah.
But one of the reasons people say it's a false flag is because very early on, and I saw this, like I was on this maybe 35 minutes after it started, and long before like CNN reported it, but there were early reports that there was more than one shooter. Now here's the thing. The conspiracy theorists always seize upon this stuff, because when there's an active shooter and you're not expecting it and you're scared out of your mind, you're going to think that there's more than one shooter, because you
Right.
can't imagine being in a close, confined space where it's ridiculously loud and there's tons of shots going off everywhere. This happens all the time. Police know this. They get training on this, that eyewitness accounts are notoriously unreliable, because they just don't have the training to deal with that kind of thing. So what happens is, they catch the one shooter, there's reports that there's more than one, and conspiracy theorists go crazy with it.
Yeah.
But that's what they're saying now, that there was more than one shooter, and, the government is covering it up. So,
Yeah. Well, just like Bush when he blew up the levees. Him and Karl Rove,
Right.
yeah.
they're down there.
And then he got on that plane and flew above them so that everybody
Yeah.
he had an alibi.
Well, he just had to make sure that it happened.
Exactly. He just had to. That's when he pulled the trigger, or the
He's
the
inspecting
set
his
the detonator
handiwork.
off. Yeah, that's what I do.
There's this other. So there's
In
this other.
Orlando.
Let me ask you this, Matt, because I know
Yes.
that you're planning on shooting up public places for your Santeria cult. How many rounds would it take per person to kill a person? Do you think?
One.
Just
Depends
one?
on where you hit him. Yeah, you could kill somebody with
Yeah,
one.
but you're not. Okay,
Yes.
but this is like a.
Center mass.
Center.
But
Hey,
you
look
heard-
there.
You heard. Oh, you're Catholic. I didn't know that. Yeah, but okay. You're assaulting a club, right?
Right.
It's dark. People are running around. As soon as you start shooting, they're going to start running faster. Do you really think you're going to hit every single one with with one bullet and kill them like every single time?
No.
Mm-mm.
No.
So there were 49 killed and there were 50 injured, right?
Yeah.
How many rounds do you think that would take?
Probably 500.
500. Guess how many he had?
How many?
200.
Damn!
No way. That's nothing.
That's nothing. Yeah.
I like that guy on Full Metal Jacket.
Is that accurate? Is that how many he had left?
That is a report from a reporter. Like maybe the day after, they said that he had 200 rounds expended. That doesn't make any sense unless a lot of those people were killed and injured by the police by accident.
Well, I mean, if he
Okay,
only
Alex,
expended 200 rounds and he
Yeah.
killed 49, and there were at least 50 others
Yeah.
that were injured,
You're talking
you're
about
talking about only
per
2
person.
rounds per person.
Right. Including all the ones that he missed.
Right.
And I mean, see that just sounds insane.
Doesn't sound right.
Remember that scene from Full Metal Jacket where he said, "Who killed John F. Kennedy?" And he
Oh
goes,
yeah.
"It was Lee Harvey Oswald from that Books Depository building." No, that's right. From the Books Depository building at 200 yards, he got 3 rounds off, including a headshot. And what was he? A U.S. Marine.
Yeah.
You're a weirdo.
It's like he was proud of it. It's like,
Are we just definitely. Are we just gonna do like a random Full Metal Jacket what's it called?
oh, we did that last
quote?
week.
Yeah,
too,
we did it
didn't
last week, yeah.
Well, it works with everything.
It does. Yeah, it's truly a great movie.
Well, I
Yeah.
don't know about that.
That means he had a 50% batting average.
Yeah, I mean that's That's insane. Anyway, okay, Matt, I sent you. I sent
shit.
you.
What did you send me? You
Remember
sent me
the Paul Ryan thing? We should go over that.
Paul Ryan?
Oh, that dialogue.
The
The
dialogue.
Paul Ryan dialogue.
Paul Ryan dialogue.
Paul Ryan dialogue.
Oh my lord, the Ryan dialogues. Jeez, this guy.
You know,
He's just. I
he
just.
I don't
said,
know.
He said, we should do this on the
I did?
podcast.
Mm-hmm.
No, you didn't say it. He did. Soup did.
What did you talk about?
Here, I'll send it to you again. It's in your Twitter, you drunken wretch.
Okay.
So you'll do Trump, I'll do Paul Ryan, and
Okay. Okay.
Apex.
Are you DMing me yet?
Keep her
I'm gonna
hole
golf clap.
shut. Yeah, golf
Okay.
clap. Golf
All right.
clap.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Life. I've never seen this before, have I?
Oh my god. Just read it.
Okay.
All right, I'm Paul Ryan.
Wait.
Paul Ryan.
Okay, you're Paul Ryan.
Paul Ryan.
Okay, go.
How does Paul Ryan sound?
He's kind
got
of
a squeaky
high
voice.
voice.
He sounds
yeah.
awesome. That's all I know.
I endorse Trump.
That's awful.
Obama secretly supports the Orlando shooter. Everybody knows this. Everybody.
I disagree with
Our soldiers in Iraq are liars and thieves. Everybody knows
that's,
it's tremendous.
That's not. I don't.
No,
know
a
that I
person
agree
with disabilities should get only half a vote.
Oh, I don't know about that.
There-
That doesn't.
No. Vaccines make you Muslim.
Why are you
But
saying
no.
that?
Hey, listen. When Starbucks misspells your name, that's legally your new name, Judge Cirilio.
It's
From
better in text.
Indiana, quotes. Sounds Mexican to me. I mean, what are Mexicans but Indians? And what is Indiana? It has the name Indian in it. I rest my case.
You know, I was trying to make that into a joke and I just couldn't do it. But yeah, that's a good
And
job.
he did it.
Wow. Okay. Hey, Pax, I asked you to look into a bunch of conspiracy theories about Hillary Clinton. Did you do that?
No, I didn't even
I
read those
do
conspiracy
have a
theories.
Oh my God.
little
Worst.
thing in history if you'd like to hear about that.
Worst.
Everybody wants to hear that, Matt. That's why people
Okay.
listen.
Nobody
Well,
cares.
back in the early 20th century, people would like warm their houses with like gas and coal and stuff, and you would get coal all on your wallpaper, right? And back in the day, they didn't have the Mr. Clean Magic Eraser, so they said, "Shit, I got coal all over my wallpaper from warming the house. I need something to clean my wallpaper with, right?" So these guys said, "Hey, look, I've made this stuff that can clean fucking wallpaper. Like, it can clean the coal and the soot all over the wallpaper." They're like, "Hell yeah, that's freaking awesome. Make us up a shitload. Like, how much is that? Like, as much as you can." And they're like, "Oh yeah, that's awesome." Well, like right about that time, everybody after World War II, everybody started switching to natural gas. And this guy that made all this stuff, which they called I don't know, some kind of it was wallpaper cleaner. It's like, fuck, I have all this wallpaper cleaner. What am I supposed to do with it? And it's like, I don't know. We're gonna go bankrupt if you don't think of something, dumbass. And he's like, oh, okay. So his brother-in-law was a nursery school teacher. Him and his wife were teachers, and they said, "Hey, we saw like this 1950s version of Pinterest. If there was Pinterest, back in the 1950s, and it showed us how you can make like arts and crafts with this wallpaper cleaner." And it's like, what? What's Pinterest? What's the internet? And they're like, I don't know. It's 1950s. Don't worry about that. But anyway, so you can use this wallpaper cleaner and do it. And they're like, oh, that's fucking awesome. So what are you going to do? We're going to make it, and you can make all kinds of like models and stuff. And the guy that made the stuff said, well, let's call it Rainbow Modeling Compound. And the nursery school student said, that's dumb. That's like the dumbest name ever. Why don't we call it
Play-Doh?
Play-Doh?
That's not history.
Yeah, it is.
That's like toy history.
Yeah,
It's
what
history.
history?
Let me tell you about how they made Mattel cars. Good Lord. Let me tell you
What
about
they
a guy named Todd McFarlane who revolutionized the action toys
Yeah, well, actually,
industry.
Hot Wheels, they invented Hot Wheels before they invented the actual car back in the
Oh, God.
1850s.
Wait, so they
I
used
just-
Play-Doh to clean the walls?
Yes!
How
use
did
Play-Doh.
that clean the walls?
I don't know. I don't use coal to heat my house. I don't have like a bin of coal. I'm not St. Nicholas.
Huh, that's weird.
But that's the history of Play-Doh. They say, hey, let's add some some color to it. We'll sell it to Macy's and all these other places that like Woodworth's or whatever that don't exist anymore, and we'll call it Play-Doh.
Wow.
And Joe McVicker and Rodman Boss said, but we want to call it Rainbow Modeling Compound. And it was like, it's what does no. That's a mouthful.
Yeah, wow. Well, that's almost interesting. Yeah, thanks for that. I appreciate that. Yeah.
That was interesting.
I'm like drunk Paul Harvey.
That's an excellent observation. You are like drunk Paul.
Well, that's not an excellent observation because that's how we got our fame is by copying Paul Harvey. So it's not.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all got fame?
Why don't we compare Twitter followings there, Apex? Huh?
Everybody loves it when people do that.
Do you even have a Twitter account? Yeah, I know that really is the last ditch effort
That's
of
like a last-ditch
scoundrels.
effort.
Yeah. I really try not to do it because you
You
really
do it
look like
all the time.
I never do it. I never, except to you. But
All the time.
yeah,
And
you
know,
really.
the funny
you
thing
really
is
look
I'm like
that.
the only person that probably doesn't care.
That's,
don't.
Well, that's why I do it. Yeah, but. Like, only scumbags and ISIS terrorists are like, I have more followers on Twitter than you do. Anyway, and Piers Morgan does it a lot. But
Yeah, he does.
guys, I think it's all over for Trump. I'll tell you why.
Why?
I have in my hot little, formerly Bud Light stained brown fingers here a tweet, a hot tweet from the presses. And it's from the venerable Dr. James D. Manning, who says incorrectly, I am saddened, not saddened, past tense, I am saddened to withdraw support. Wow, this is like the worst sentence ever. Literally, this is a sentence. I am saddened to withdraw support real Donald Trump. Like, it's not I am saddened to withdraw my support from real Donald Trump. It's I am saddened to withdraw support real Donald Trump. My Bible beliefs are deeply held. Sodomy is more dangerous to America than radical Islam.
What?
So if he had been at that nightclub and there were 300 homosexual people and one ISIS guy about to kill them, he'd be like, we're about even here.
wait. So this guy is not supporting Trump because of the gays?
How do you not know who Reverend
Wow,
Manning
and you
is?
even say it like Trump, the gay.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, you're talking about Donald.
It's Pastor Manning.
Oh, the one that I did the tweet on. Yeah. Okay, I thought you were talking about a senator. I was like,
I said
shit.
Pastor Manning. Good Lord.
Pastor Manning, the one that has the sign out front that says the Black Devil homos.
Of course.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I know who you're talking about now. I thought you were talking about because I saw there was a governor that withdrew his support today.
Did I say
Only
governor or did I
Matt
say
could have
pastor?
over-explained that joke and still have it be funny.
Yeah. Yeah, I do the opposite. I over-explain and they're never funny. So here, let's see. I'm gonna just do random vines from Twitter with Pastor Manning.
Vines don't really work.
What's wrong with y'all?
Bullshit.
You niggas are crazy. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with y'all? You niggas are crazy.
Oh, you ruin everyone! Jeez! He says the niggas are crazy, but you interrupt every single time, so...
You just said the N-word.
I did not.
only
That
said
didn't
homos. You said
Wow, he did say the N-word, wow.
the N.
What's wrong with y'all niggas? What's wrong with you?
That's That's awesome. Let's see. That wasn't me. That was Pastor Manning.
It sounded like you. I don't
It
know.
I
was
think
not
that was
me.
you. Do you have
What?
a church in... What? Did he say you need to get some coochie?
What?
I mean,
you
that
hear,
was
you hear what you
the
want to hear. No, this is a
He
guy.
does hear what he wants to hear.
This is a guy who's
He's ready
just
to
doing
visit this church, isn't he?
This is just a guy who's doing an impression of Pastor Manning. It's not very good.
Oh,
Let's see.
I would like to go to his church.
I figured you would.
For research.
Research.
All right, here's one. Let's see here.
Michelle Obama looks like King Kong's baby sister. That woman not be. So when we talk about his wife,
It's like King Kong's baby sister. What?
Yeah.
Is that what she said?
Aunt Jemima makes biscuits. Now get angry about that. You make babies like Aunt Jemima makes biscuits. Now get angry
Good
about
Lord.
What is wrong with him?
He's like racist against himself.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
God
He does not.
bless.
Yeah, he's well. That's why he supported Trump. But then this is what's crazy: is he discovered that Trump wasn't extremist enough, so he had to withdraw his support.
Yeah, that's a new one on me. I haven't heard of a lot of people saying that Trump is actually too not extreme enough.
What's wrong with y'all? You niggas are crazy.
Oh my god.
Just keep doing it, yeah.
That's not me. That's somebody else. That should just be our podcast. We should just have this on loop. I gotta
It's a
cut-
good thing FTR doesn't play these podcasts.
That's probably what it's like. They reached their N-word limit.
Yeah, that's probably
Like,
no.
that's
They had Bill on before, so come on. We had Bill on for like 100 episodes, so trust me, we have not met their N-word limit. Anyway, I will cut some of that out because I was a little too
No,
much
you
towards the
won't.
end.
You'll
Well, I'll forget to, but
Yeah.
I'm writing it down right now. Right now. Cut out N-words. All right.
Like 2 minutes of 2 minutes of the
that
podcast.
part in.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Oh, Obama scolded us.
Oh, this is really crazy. I can actually pull the video on this because we just
Okay.
posted it. And I know exactly where it's at. Here it is.
What's wrong with y'all niggas? What's wrong with you?
Oh wait, no, that's
Oh
right.
my gosh, what is wrong with you? Why do you keep playing that?
Okay. All right. Sorry. This is really it. I'm not gonna do it. Okay.
You're gonna play it again, or
No, I'm not gonna play it again here. So this was this is weird because this is at a commemoration service for the people that died in Orlando. But this is what he says.
Lives. We can reduce the impact of a terrorist attack if we're smart. And if we don't act, we will keep seeing more massacres like this. Because we'll be choosing to allow them to happen.
Choosing to allow them to happen. So it's
so it'd be
really
our fault.
it's your fault and Matt's fault, maybe my fault. It's all America's fault except for Muslims,
Yeah.
Obama, and then the government. That's the people
Yeah.
who are the fault. Yeah.
No, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's
That's
crazy.
good.
I mean, people act like, it's clear that the rhetoric on the right has been ramped up, but it's also ramping up on the left. I've never heard him say anything like this before, as far as I can remember. That it's, to blame one of these shootings on all of America. I mean, it was
Right.
implied, right? He has his little minions go out and say this in the media, but I don't think I've ever heard him say that.
Well,
That's crazy.
he is like the Democrat Trump. He's very when he goes off script, he says what he truly thinks. And what he truly thinks is that, we're an evil country and we deserve what we get, and yeah, that's your fault because you voted for these white assholes that are running the country and have all these guns, and so he's the Democrat Trump.
Yeah, he's a little better. He's a little less.
Well, he's a little bit more suave about it,
yeah,
but
yeah. Boy, isn't that terrible? It took Trump for us to have to say that about Obama.
I know. We're
Good
appreciating
Lord.
his suaveness now that we've got.
He's really got a soft touch, that Obama.
He does. Even when he tells us these terrorist attacks are our fault, he does it in such a deft manner.
Yeah, at least he's not insulting me. I mean,
But his insults are so pretty.
yeah, thanks, Trump. You finally succeeded in what Obama never did, is making him sound presidential. That's fantastic. Whoa. Matt is stuck in that like time loop at the end of all like comedy shows where they're just laughing.
like that video, Too Many Takes. That one. There's just laughing.
Too many cooks. I don't know what video you're watching.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. I was wrong there.
So somebody made a meme, and it has like an alligator tied up, and there's cops all around the alligator that looks like he's hog-tied, and the alligator saying, "I keep telling y'all I ain't seen no motherfucking baby. What I look like where I was, man." Shit.
I can't laugh at any of the alligator memes. I can't do it. It's
well,
awful.
it's been a day, but he's drunk. That's the thing. Yeah, as soon as it happened, I thought, no, this is just not funny. It's because.
And now you think it's been enough time.
Yeah, now it's done. Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay now. I mean, and I'm not gonna say anything about the parents not being there. Yeah, the kids shouldn't have been in the water, but shit, baby Jessica shouldn't have fell down the damn well, but her parents were there, so.
Yeah, but you know what? It makes me mad because they were on the beach. They set up that for people to watch the movie on the beach. And they had those signs up to say no swimming because they had boats out there, not to warn people that there were gators in the water.
Yeah, okay.
Florida, even your bathtub has gators in it.
I know,
yeah, that's
but come on.
But these people weren't from there.
Oh, they're from Nebraska.
They're
not expected to know
here's
that.
A real,
Though I have to say, the first time I went to Florida, I was scared out of my mind that an alligator was going to jump out of every shark's mouth and bite me. So yeah, that's true.
Fun fact: 90% of the people in Florida are not from Florida. Okay, so
that's true.
Only the people up in the Panhandle are actually from Florida.
I'm just saying that they set that up. I've been there. They set it up to make it seem like it's a beach for them to lounge on and to put the movie there on the beach. So I mean, they do that on purpose.
Like people, like you see an alligator, that's okay. It's the alligators you don't see, because alligators are ambush hunters, just like crocodiles.
Then they came out and said that was the first time it had ever happened.
You don't go in the damn bayou or the lake or whatever and think, oh, I'll be safe, because that's where they strike, right there at the shore.
Right, but they came out and said that's the first time it had ever happened at Disney, and that wasn't true. It happened back in 1986.
Is that right?
At one of their other resorts, and that kid survived, and he's an adult, and he said he was really pissed.
That is not true. That is not true. The first time it happened was back in 1963 during the filming of Peter Pan, when Captain Hook got eaten.
Oh,
he had to make Captain Hook jokes. Wow.
He had to make a Captain Hook joke.
Jeez. Like, what the hell's wrong with you, dude?
Somebody already made a Captain Hook joke?
Minutes after the kid got attacked.
We sent you the tweet. He's getting worse, man.
Dude, look, like, y'all's DMs run like, I mean, it's like one of those ticker tapes.
Just broke my eye.
From like the 1930s when you're checking the stock market and that guy has a big cigar and he's like, hey, we're really winning now. Hey, it's just rolling by. I can't follow that
market?
Shit.
What's the Stark market? Is that what you got in Louisiana?
The stock market.
It's from Tony Stark. Iron Man made the stock market. It's really crazy.
Stock market that it's you put your money. It's kind of like playing the game of life, and it's like, oh, you got married, and then you get to put a little peg in your little minivan, and then you won on the stock market.
He doesn't care about our stock market.
When you have like a roll of 6 or a 7.
That's the stock market.
That's the stock market.
Hmm. Fascinating. Anyway, yeah, let's not make any more kid jokes. Just the idea of what, the horror that that little kid went through is so bad that I guess I love making really inappropriate jokes, but at a certain point,
Yeah, I'm not
you
gonna.
don't I don't immediately think jokes. I think, wow, that poor kid must have been absolutely terrified,
And
that
his
was the last
parents.
thing.
My God.
Yeah.
What,
That was pretty sad.
Clearly, you paid attention to the story more than. Quit pretending. Clearly, you paid more attention to the story than the rest of us, so you know that the dad jumped in and tried
Right.
to beat the.
And then the mother went in the water too.
Did she really? Oh my
She did.
gosh, that is so scary.
And the dad
Oh.
got hurt trying to pull the kid.
How did he get hurt?
He went in after the kid and tried to wrestle the kid from the alligator.
I get that. I was just telling you that. So clearly, I know that.
I don't know how he got hurt. I mean, they
did he
haven't
get home?
said what his injuries were. They just said he had minor injuries.
This is
Well, I
exactly
wouldn't say
right.
it wasn't a
Exactly why
tragedy.
And then the mother went in the water to try to pull the kid out, and then they got a lifeguard.
Okay, make me feel like shit.
That was like 5 minutes later, wasn't it, when they finally got the lifeguard? Because the lifeguard was at another pool. So
I don't
he had
know.
to, run. Oh, so terrible.
I mean,
That is
technically, he wasn't even eating. Like, the alligator was like,
Oh, he was
shit.
just drowned.
He
The
just had,
shit,
yeah,
this
he
That's
just
kid,
had
my
punishment.
bad. And then he, swam off.
You have kids. That's just, I don't-
Jeez, he does have kids.
Yeah, the
Man.
gator has kids. I mean, it's like, fuck, oh, man. Now he's going to have to go to a psychologist. And...
Are you allowed to watch your children?
Me?
I wonder
Yeah.
how Big Gator. I bet you even Big Gator 5 didn't make jokes about the gator.
I bet he didn't.
Well,
I mean, this is
Big
like his
Gator
family,
5
you know,
hasn't
He's
had
probably related to him.
a 12-pack.
Oh. He probably has by now.
You gotta
Anyway,
wrap up that book. I want to read it.
let's see. Yeah, wow, we didn't hardly talk about the Orlando thing at all. Yeah, we got it. All right, we're editing that out too. I'm actually editing a lot out of this.
We should talk an
Oh,
extra
come
6 minutes or
on.
so just
It's
in
not
case.
like we have a big gay audience.
Oh my God.
How do you know we don't? Maybe we do. We just don't
Maybe
know.
we do.
And
Yeah.
most of the gays that listen to it are like, he's right. Now I'm gonna go. Hey, you want to go? Yeah, you know.
I don't know what that meant. What did that mean?
So
It means like sodomy.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was trying to refer to.
Ah.
Made me explain it.
All right, we're shutting this down because Matt's a drunken wretch. Everybody, tell everybody where they can find you.
I'll
Which one?
be
the
on
one
the
with-
couch.
And that's it for the SooperPodcast. We'll talk to you next week. Okay, bye.